Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome to today's Sneakly Weekly. Tonight, we're going to feature the Final Fantasy IV Free Enterprise Randomizer. Like other randomizers, it's real hot right now, but there's kind of a gate to entrance. It's hard to learn some things, especially with this one. So I've played a bunch of seeds. I played with my friends who are much better than I am. So I know how to get through a seed. So I'm going to help these three people, unless Octo shows up. We're going to go through a seed together and hopefully have some fun. I'm Rascal, by the way. Would you guys mind introducing yourselves?
Yeah, let's go in chronological order. By that I mean Echo and then Web Tomato and then me. For some reason.
Okay. I'm Echo. I stream art sometimes, but I'm just kind of vibing here, I guess.
And why did you decide to join us today?
Looked kind of fun. I've never done a randomizer before, so...
Wow, that's a big leap. It's commendable, I think.
Echo is a gem.
We're happy to have you. Tomato. Tomato?
Oh no, he's dead, dude.
Oh no, dude.
No, dude.
Somebody ate him on their BLT, dude.
Oh no, he's a BLT,
Oh, no.
dude.
Okay, Mel.
I am Melatonin of Melatonin fame. I hashtag variety stream, and I am producing this, so it's going to be naturally worse than the ones you usually see. I got interested in this a little while ago, although Rascal has been badgering me about it for a while, and I only just started to do it, and it was a treat.
You said that you wanted to play.
I did.
But there was definitely a barrier to entry for you.
Yes.
But now it seems like you're ready and willing to play. Why is that?
Yeah, so for whatever reason, I remember there not having, there being a lot of items in this game, and I was very intimidated by it. But then I saw, when you were playing, that there was actually a item, like a, we'll see it in the game, but there was like a thing that shows you what all the items what they do rather. And I was like, oh, I don't have to remember this? Awesome.
It's really nice, yeah.
That was my
randomizer devs added like a tooltip to show you what equipment does and what items do, and it's so helpful.
Yes.
All you have to do is press select while you have an item or your equipment screen up, and you should be good to go. Tomato, is your mic working?
Yes, I think I'm back.
Hell yeah.
Oh, really?
Please introduce yourself and tell us why you're playing.
Yes, hello everyone, I'm Web Tomato, and I joined here because we're all good friends, and I like everything randomized.
Oh, you really do.
What a treat.
Especially a retro game. Because
Yeah.
they look cool.
In my opinion, this is one of the two best randomizers. It's really well programmed, and it doesn't take too long to go through a seed. It's like a good one-sitting game, and I think that makes a lot of difference for me.
It's a good point.
So, before we get into the game, I have to preface things a little bit. I'm sorry if this is a lot of information up front, but it's going to help us get through the game. We're going to start from with the tracker. So if you look at the tracker, you're going to see that at the top, there is a character tracker. That's really not very important. Maybe different game modes where your characters are limited, you would want to know, or if you can only have 5 and you can't replace characters, it becomes more helpful, but for what we are doing, it's not going to be very helpful. On the flip side, the key item tracker is very important. It's one of the two main reasons to use a tracker. So really quick, we're going to go through the items from the top left, row by row. First item is the Baron key, followed by the Luca key, the Magma key, the Tower key, Darkness crystal, the Earth crystal, the Hook, the Twin harp, the Package, the Pan, I love the Pan, the Sand ruby, the Rat tail, Adamant, Legend sword, spoon, pink tail. There's a little boss tracker on the bottom left. We'll get to that. The crystal, which you need to beat the game, and then the pass. So if you're looking at your tracker, if you get a key item and you don't know which is which, you can hover over the items. And I'll show you, after a brief delay, what they are. So these key items, the point of them, some of them unlock other key items, other key item locations. Some unlock character locations. Regardless, whatever they do, it'll be displayed below in the location and character tracker section. The objectives, kind of a newer addition to the game. It's really cool, I think. We need to complete 3 of these 4 objectives to get the crystal, which we need to beat the game. And today's objectives, kind of a standard, is to have Coco forge the legend sword with the adamant. We also have complete the Tower of Zot, defeat the boss of the waterfall, and defeat the boss of the mist cave. So hopefully we can do at least 3 of those 4 things. The boss tracker, totally optional. It is nice to know which bosses you have in front of you, especially if you are getting towards the late game. If you have nasty bosses on the moon, that can be very, very, very rough, and you know you want more items or you want more levels. It's also nice for enemies or bosses that share a common sprite. You'll see as we play, each boss has a little sprite on screen, and some of them share a sprite, and it's good to know which one of those you killed before and which one you have in front of you. Many of these bosses have gimmicks or quirks that can be exploited or abused, and we'll get to them as they show up. With this tracker in particular, I love it, but I don't agree with Dunka's design decision to use alternate names for some of the bosses. So one example is that there's the karate boss in game. He's called Karate.
Karate,
but on the tracker, he's Yang.
Because he is Yang.
And that throws me for a loop. Even Mist Dragon versus D-Mist, like that subtle difference for a beginner, it's gonna make a difference. It might be, yeah.
And Feymarch? Feymarch
versus Land of Summon Monsters.
None of us knew what it was. We were like,
and that's a location.
We don't have to go there.
And hopefully we'll get there. We'll see. The only real boss you need to keep track of is D-Mist. With this flag set and many others, when you defeat D-Mist, the actual boss, not the spot, it unlocks an item location at Mist Village, and your progression could lie there. And so I really like that detail. Sometimes you end up getting into a boss hunt, and that can be fun. It can be frustrating, but we'll see if that happens. Under objectives, locations, very, very important. These are the only spots where you can potentially find a key item to progress the game. They will be different given your flag set. As you get key items, more locations will appear, and you'll be able to find items there.
This was what very important. Helped me. Yeah, I couldn't do the game without it.
Maybe the most important part of the tracker. I highly suggest you check off locations as you go. And if you click on something by accident, there's a nice view checked option where you can undo that check. They are color coded. You see all of them available right now are green. That means they're found on the overworld and they're relatively easy. Pink checks are underground. They're harder. And blue are on the moon. And they are usually the hardest. The character tracker is pretty important, especially early game, and especially if you're a beginner. Building your team is very, very important. It's going to let you defeat bosses. You know, you'll have 5 characters instead of 2, and that makes a world of difference, especially earlier in the game. Much like the key items, they're color-coded, green, pink, blue, and they'll show up as we find the corresponding correct key items. Some of these character checks, of this flag set at least, are totally free, like Mysidia or the Waterway or Deals. Others are behind bosses like Mount Hobbs or Dwarf Castle. The towns and shops, I think is important, but I think it is a matter of preference. Mel, you say that you don't like using this. Like it is confusing, especially when you're new to the game. But you can track important items that you'll find in shops. These are mostly, you want to pay attention to restoration items like the cure items,
Like the
ethers,
Cure.
tense cabins, and like the cure, yeah.
the Cure,
Dressed
boys
up
don't
like
cry.
the cure. And the life potions are very, very, very important.
'Cause I die a
You
lot.
definitely want to find those. Also, there are utility items, star veils, coffins, Bacchus. We'll get into those as we find them. Kind of confusing unless you have them and can use them. It is a lot to think about, so for today, if you're not comfortable doing it, don't worry about it. I'm going to keep track of where these items are, and we'll be able to find them later.
I won't be using them on the tracker because I am controlling the tracker now, and I hate him.
Yes.
But we'll keep we'll note where they are. Are your maps on a website, by the way? I know this is kind of getting ahead of ourselves, but
you want me to post them in the chat?
Yes.
I just took an existing map, which the font was so freaking small. I don't know why it was so small. And I just blew up the locations, and they're worded as I will refer to them. They have different names depending on who's playing. That's how I will refer to them. So finally we'll get to our game, but before we start, I want to go into the options. So if you will take your little Porum and move her over to custom.
Okay. Give me a... Well, you... Oh, okay. I'm going to just hide my thing for a second. Because my thing isn't working after a whole bunch of background input. So just give me a hot second.
Take your time.
No.
I'm going to explain some
Yeah,
things.
that's fine.
You know what most of these do. The topmost option is toggle encounters. A great addition, great addition to the
Oh my
randomizer
God.
is that
Yes.
you do not have to fight random battles. You can walk around the map. You can run around the map, actually. It's sped up considerably, and you don't have to fight every single fight. Otherwise, this would take forever and ever.
Holy crap. Let's
but
say
you
that
can-
one more time, chat. You don't have to fight random encounters in this game. I just
Yeah.
want to note that. This is... If you're thinking about getting into it, but you're like, this game takes forever. No random encounters if you don't want. Oh, so good. All right, sorry.
So good, so important.
I love it.
Makes this possible, really. But you can turn it on. There's specific grinds like a door grind in the underworld, or if you're just stuck at a boss and you want to fight a couple random battles, for a little experience, as a treat,
As a treat.
Yeah, you can do it. But for the most part, it's going to be off. Maybe the most important option here is the battle speed. So this game uses an active time battle system, and it's based on ticks. So there are many ways to use the ATB and to abuse it to our advantage, and we'll get to some of those things later. I would recommend playing on the fastest battle speed that you're comfortable with. As a beginner, it's totally fine to play on speed 6. It'll drive you crazy because, on speed 1, a normal tick is like 6 to 7 frames. On speed 1, it's 6 to 7 frames. On speed 6, I think it's like 55 to 60. It can drag battles out so long. I think 3 is a good place to start, and if you're comfortable, bump it up. If you need to lower it, lower it. And you are free to lower it or speed it up at any time. This is very, very helpful for tricky bosses.
Tricksters.
The flash effects, I think that we want to keep those off for today.
Yeah, it's gross.
It's like an epilepsy sort of photosensitive feature. Makes the game more accessible. I really appreciate it. I hate the poison effect.
Yeah, it's so gross. And at
it
night,
makes
it
me wanna
hurts your
puke.
eyes. It hurts your eyes at night.
Yeah.
I like my eyes.
Yeah.
All right.
So, and maybe the most important option here is the window color. So I'm very happy that everybody has chosen a different window color. Makes me feel like I'm part of the Power Rangers, and I hope that you feel that way too.
Well, all right.
I'm gonna make it white.
No, don't make it white.
I'll make
we
it all
can read
white.
it.
Yeah.
We can do that.
There are some very bad color combos.
Yeah.
Here's red. Here's wait, what's the yellow one? How do you make yellow? There's just like some real bad ones.
You can make some really nice diarrhea shades, and I really appreciate that.
There we go. That's good for me and for the chat. But no, I'm going to just.
There's a runner who plays. I can't remember who it is, but they play on like a bright bubblegum pink, and it just sears into your eyes.
Isn't one of them like Killer Chocobo colors, or is that on Final Fantasy 3 or 6? I cannot remember.
That I don't know. But before I bore everybody to death, I think it's time to start the game. So go back to the main menu, and somebody want to count us down? I'll count us down.
Okay.
Oh, it is important. There is the option to rename your characters. If you want to do that, go ahead. For clarity's sake, I would say maybe don't do it so you know which character I'm talking about. But if you know the characters, it's fine. Also, it'll take a little while.
Yeah, it takes a little while. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
All right, yeah, feel free to tell us whenever. I just wanted
All
two
right.
of them. All right.
Yeah, that's aptly named.
Dumb.
3, 2, 1, go. So from the start screen, we can see that we are going to be playing.
Okay, good.
Our first character is going to be Porum. Porum is one of 2 twins. She's a white mage. She learns utility spells early, which are really nice. She can use staves and bows if you decide to do damage with her.
Oh, right, yeah.
And in the beginning, we're going to get another character and a free item from the King of Baron.
yeah.
And you can see what enemy is going to be on the Baron throne.
Oh,
Here
fun.
it's Mega Sisters. You'll learn that as you play. We also get a kit of items.
Oh, this purple-haired girl?
That's Mega Sisters, yeah.
Oh, I thought it was just a
Yeah.
random ass thing.
No, that's the enemy that's going to be there
That's
whenever
cool
you
to
come to
know.
Baron, if you can
Yeah.
get there. Yeah.
And so that's pretty
It's a nice way to plan ahead. So we got the tower key, so I would like everybody to track it. It's in the top right of your key item tracker.
Baby. And for those of you in the chat, I've tracked it in mine, and I put 2 little pictures on top. And then this little guy is going to tell us all about stuff. Peasants.
Yeah, that's the
Thank you for
Hummingway.
coming.
Since we're playing with objectives, he's going to stop our game and tell us what we need to do. Forge the legend sword with adamant, complete the Tower of Zod, defeat the boss of the waterfall, or defeat the boss of the mist cave. Our second character that we picked up is Rydia, a young girl. She's a summoner mage. She learns warp early, which is a very, very helpful spell to know. We'll get into why soon. But her other spells she learns pretty late. She gets access to some summons, and some of them are totally broken. She can use rods as well as bows, daggers, and whips. So the first thing we're going to do is to loot the town of Baron. We have characters. We would like some items. So Baron is where we just came out of. Land your airship nearby and head into the town section. There is a castle section. That's for a different goal. So looting town, it can be very confusing as a beginner, especially because some items are just invisible. They're hidden in pots or in fireplaces or different places. There are a few items that I want you to get, and to demonstrate the invisible item, I want you to go to the inn, as Tomato just picked up the black belt. That's one example of where you can find an item here. The other items are in the inn.
I'm sorry. Oh, my favorite Rosa.
Yeah, Mel is just flying by.
I'm sorry, guys.
Grabbing
I
those
will go
chests in
slower.
the inn.
I don't talk to Rosa boys. Oh no.
Do not talk to Rosa. Yeah, we see her. We know that she's an available character. She's guarded by blue robes. That indicates that it's the gauntlet fight, which is kind of awful.
I got
I'll
that
explain it
twice
why.
there. It's wild.
Yeah, it's awful there sometimes.
Yeah, it really is.
We're gonna come back. The other pot that I want you guys to get is over by the house behind the inn. I think there are like 4 pots there.
I will always go into the training center.
Always.
There
There are other chests and pots. Yeah. So Echo just picked up. What did you just pick up, Echo?
I completely zoned out and I just kind of hit
Oh, I
yes.
got silk web, baby. Silk web.
Yeah, Silk Web is one of those utility
love it.
items.
You love to see it.
It's very, very useful, especially in the last fight. We'll get to why and how we use it later. It applies 2 stages of slow. It's very good for fast bosses.
This is interesting because I think that all of us in the chat or in the racer corner have played this game before, so we sort of know what we're doing, but not super well. I've played a few seeds right now, so I'm kind of just going a little bit farther ahead, but I'm waiting.
There are more hidden chests. Yeah, there's more hidden
Yeah.
chests like in the forest behind town. It's nitpicking, and I don't think we need to pick those up.
Oh, I
so long
forgot
as we
about
come
those.
away from this town with the samurai bow, the black belt, and the silk web, I'll be happy.
It'd be funny if there's a crystal sword in the forest and I just never get it. All right. Yeah, there could be stuff in the forest too, and you don't know where it is, and you could just cry about it if you don't get it. See, I would have missed that lit bolt.
Chat, do you find all the fantasies? It might also be worth noting, Peasant Shoulder Face, I don't know if he's still in here. He is a very, very good free enterprise runner. I learned the game from him, as well as Woo Bear and Possum, who might also show up. If you have any questions, they might be friendly enough to answer them for you. I'm very bad at reading chat.
Chat, can you shout out some of our delightful chat experts, chexperts, if you will.
Chexperts.
Chexperts.
Into the forest behind the town.
And many
it's
more may
this-
show up.
You go through this like on the right hand side. You go through the what is it called when you
By
have
the old
something over
loading.
troubled water? Bridge.
Bridge
you
over-
go something over the River Kwai.
What is a bridge, Alex?
And then just try to go through some of the trees.
What I like to do after I loot Baron is to check the item shop. So that's the building with the little vase on top of it.
Wait, where are we doing? Item shop?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's at the
okay.
bottom.
Yeah, let's go through that.
And the reason I like to loot first is so that I have stuff to sell if there's something good. So let's see what's there.
Illusion. Interesting.
Illusions and bombs. Illusions are a pretty useful item. They block physical damage. They give you the blink status, which lets you evade physical attacks. I don't think that we need any right now, but it would be good if you are tracking items to put them under the town of Baron. But if not, I'm going to, so we'll know where they are later. They are pretty expensive.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. We don't have a whole lot of money yet, and we're not going to do the
Yeah.
money glitch, I think, right? Because it
No,
kinda cheats
there
the
are
game.
some glitches that, yeah, we're going to use some glitches, but some of them I think break the game a little too much.
Yeah.
So we're going to avoid those. So after you get those items, the silk web and the samurai bow, and maybe the black belt, you can leave Baron.
Should I be equipping these?
No, actually, good point. So as we loot, try to fight the urge to equip things one by one as soon as you get them.
This is something I'm working on.
Try to do it when you know you're about to take a fight. So in this randomizer, we know where boss spots are. Might be harder if you're a beginner to know where those are. You might accidentally come across one. But I know where these bosses are, so we're going to try to wait until we're about to take a fight. And this will save us time, and it will usually result in more optimized distribution of gear. So now that we have some items, we have our first two characters. They're pretty squishy. They don't have a lot of health. They don't have a lot of beef to them.
No.
So, and they also don't really output a lot of damage right now. So we're gonna look for more characters. And where we're gonna do this first is at Mysidia, where there are two characters waiting for us. And Mysidia is southeast of Baron. So if you have your map, you wanna go south to Agart and then turn right. And Mysidia is right there. And these characters are located, just head straight to the back of the town in that building. I don't know what it is.
It's the observatory.
Okay.
Canonically.
Also called House of Wishes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we just encountered a lot of beef, a lot of meat.
Ooh, I love beef.
This is Yang
hell
and
yeah.
Sid. Yang is a tanky karate man. His strength is that he can equip elemental claws to exploit the weaknesses of certain bosses. He scales okay, but he never really shines. He never really breaks the game. And if he does, it's very rarely. Whereas Sid, he's tanky, but he's also very slow. And this sounds like a bad thing, but it's not. In this randomizer, it's kind of good.
I love
He can also equip a lot of stuff that like Cecil and Kane can equip, like bows on him are very useful, axes and heavy armor.
Cecil and Kane are two of the
Yeah.
if you've ever played the game before, the two beginning characters. Cecil is pretty much the protagonist of the story. So he's like a very powerful character, and Kane is similarly.
Those
Or-
are two DPS characters, I would guess you would say. If you want to check out the item shop to the bottom right of town, you're going to see that there are Cure 2s and Cure 3s. Those are pretty expensive for us right now, and we have a White Mage.
Yeah.
But we do not have... Well, we have a few because of the kit, but they're life potions, and we want to buy a bunch of those.
Yeah.
So if you can afford one, or if you can afford it, I would say buy... How much money do you have?
We can buy like 12. Oh no, I'm sorry. We can buy like 4.
4.
I have 1,300. I think everybody's about 1,300. Yeah, it's not great. We can come back and get them.
Yeah, you want to buy about 20 of them, actually.
Yeah. So let's wait till we
You
go to the
could
first boss.
You could sell some things, but we'll worry about that later. We have enough to get us through right now. And I think that some of you peeked the weapon shot.
I did, yeah.
Yeah, so there are mute arrows.
Yep.
As well as a mute knife.
Yep.
We do have a bow, which would be very helpful.
Yeah, so I'm gonna buy the mute arrows instead.
Mute knife is very tempting. I would say hold off on the mute knife. If you want to buy a few mute arrows, probably a good investment.
I don't want to buy one.
You can only afford one.
No, I just want to buy one.
Oh, buy one. Buy a few, probably not a full set.
Yeah?
Can you have custom sprites in this, like a Link to the Past randomizer? Not at the moment. I would love for there to be custom sprites. I have a feeling that they'll be coming, but they're not here yet.
Sad face is okay. It's probably better because it's very hard for beginners to keep track of who is whom. And so to additionally make it harder by making custom names plus custom sprites. But there are different outfits for the sprites, which I think is real cool. I wish that they ran... I don't know if they randomized that, actually.
The fab flag is on, which gives each new character that you get a different color palette.
Hell yeah.
But we're done in Mysidia. So we have 4 characters, we have 1 more slot open, and we're also, early game, could use some gear. I think that we should head to the waterway. You'll see the waterway northeast of Baron, where we were before. East of Kaipo, the town in the desert. Yeah, and you'll see a little patch of grass that you can land right next to there. So save if you want, but then head on in.
Wait, I spaced out. Where are we going? We're going to the waterways? Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm so dumb. That's right here.
I consistently forget to save when I'm playing this.
Yeah.
So the reminders are good, actually.
Yeah, Mel, that is
I
the...
oversave. Oh, is this the wrong... That's the mist cave.
Yeah.
That's the mist cave, babies.
I think you want to go south of where you are.
Murasame.
No, you want to go east.
North.
And north. My bad.
It's this one. This
Yeah,
one.
it's
do
that
I want
one.
do I want the upper one or the lowest one?
Wherever you can land close to it is good.
Okay.
And Echo, you noted that you found a Murasame and a Yang. So
Another one.
Oh no.
kind of mediocre, but you guys have a lot of HP for enemies to chew through,
I hate him.
which is nice for the early game. So there are these chests that you can see in plain sight. There's also 3 hidden chests once you get on into the water through the waterfall. So on the same screen, I think you need to go northeast, and that will take you into the water. Yeah, Echo's got it.
I watched somebody play part of this, so I know where
It's
some
the best way
things
to
are.
learn, I think.
Starvale, baby.
And 3 hidden chests, which are nice to pick up.
Another Murasame.
Yeah. So
Wow.
2 of them?
Yep.
Silver.
We don't have an edge, so they don't seem very helpful, but they sell pretty high.
Yeah, that's right. I'm just gonna throw them away then.
Yeah, that's what you do.
Good.
Oh yeah, good idea.
Once you're through in this screen of the waterway, you can keep going. I prefer not to. You can waste a lot of time in here.
Hell yeah. You're right.
If you really want, you can explore, but I would suggest just backing out after that screen back to your airship. And once you make your way back to the airship, head to Damsian.
Damsian? Is Damsian one of the 2 places that people usually go because you get free characters at the very beginning?
Yes, it is one of these, like the Waterway and like the Pisidia. We're gonna see if we can do any better than the characters that we have.
Hopefully. I don't see how we
There's
can do
also
worse.
a lot of chests there.
We get an Edward.
We get an Edward and a Yang. No! Why?
So when you enter,
I'm so dumb.
go forward, go upstairs, and there will be a chest on the 2nd floor. Make sure to grab that. A lot of them are empty, but one is full. And on Echo's screen, we see a Dorfax.
Was I
Very,
right?
very important item.
This is
And
stacked.
you may have been right about the SETI.
Yeah.
Isn't this the vanilla place where you get Edward?
Yeah.
I've actually never played the vanilla game, so I don't know.
I think so. I don't
Assume
remember.
we don't want him.
Edward, he is a very difficult character to use. He can equip the spoon in this flag set, which does a crap load of damage, but we don't have a spoon. He's very frail. He's not really great until the late game unless you have that spoon. He has a skill called Hide, which has very niche uses. You can equip bows and daggers, but like I said, he's very hard to use. I always suggest just getting rid of him, passing on him.
Really?
Should we take his
Aw.
equipment?
I don't know.
You can take his equipment, it's not going to sell for much. I usually just say no.
Alright.
Yeah.
So you're going to exit automatically out of Damsian, and you're going to get the hovercraft. And this is a vehicle that lets you get to certain places. It lets you travel over shallow water. But instead of going back to our airship, we're actually going to head back into Damsian. And while you are driving the hovercraft, opposite to the airship, if you hold Y, you go faster. As you come into Damsian, don't go anywhere. Like go back to where you started, and then press down, and go 1 square lower than the door frame that you were standing in. And then head to the right and follow the castle wall. Echo, that is the left.
No, stop. I started going before you said right.
Oh, I guess if you were facing the other way, that would be a right turn. And
Like character
that
right.
is-
Oh,
Yeah, there's a
Stage
door
right
there,
now.
and this is the Damsian treasury.
Hell yeah.
So there are, there's a dead guy, he'll just disappear and get out of your way. You see the switch to get to those chests there. There's also a stairwell. There will be chests there and also pots. So there will be items in the chests as well as the pots. I don't know if it's all of the pots, but at least some of them.
I think it is all. It was for me. All of the pots.
So you should come away with a whistle, as well as that Dorfax that we got earlier, a whistle, a ninja shirt, dragoon armor, and heroine robe, and mute arrows. We bought some earlier. It's okay to have more.
So let me just sum up like what we've done before, just so I remember. We went to the Barren Town. So like this is like a pretty classic opening. We went to a Barren Town. We checked who was there, the monster and the king spots. We got 2 of our people right off the Bizzity Bat. Then we went to the waterways to get another free person and a bunch of chests. And then we went to Mysidia first, I think, right? And
We
then
went to Mysidia, yeah.
yeah, and then we got 2 more people free. Then the waterway to get 1 person free, and then Damsian to get 1 additional party member. So that gives us a total of 6 party members to choose from at the very beginning.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not the opening you're going to see from every runner if they're racing, but I think it is a good beginner opening.
A classic C shape.
After we loot Damsian, we're going to get in our airship and go to Mist Village. We've got some items, we've got some characters, we're gearing up for our first fight to knock out our first objectives, but we might as well loot the town first.
Yeah. Or defeat
And-
this cave. Got it.
Yeah, Mist Village is that little place near the cave. There are some hidden items here. So in the lower right corner, there's going to be a way through the woods into like a little grassy meadow, and there are 2 hidden chests there. Web Tomato's checking out the shop. You see there's a Dorfax. That's about the only thing worth buying there.
Yeah,
We
I
already
check out
have
the
one.
shops. I don't know why I check out the shops before I look for items. Because it's
Yeah,
like you
you
could
would-
just find items and it could just buy something in the shop and then be like, alright, well, shouldn't have.
Follow your heart.
I've never done that.
So we're gonna grab those 2 items, and then a little bit north on the east side of town, there is another grassy spot, and you'll see another hidden chest there.
Really?
Mel just picked up the Dragoon armor.
Well, you
And
won't-
then
will
in
you?
the building at the top of town, it looks like it's abandoned and kind of useless, but you can actually walk through the fireplace. And to the right are 3 chests, but if you keep walking right, you'll see how this game operates.
Yeah, it's tricky.
There are no cues for that. Yet you can go right and down and find an additional chest.
Another Dragoon armor.
Rolling in Dragoon armor.
3 of them now.
Nice.
Ripping with
So
that.
even if this stuff is not very useful right now, we can sell it if we need to. But we are about to take our first fight. So leave the Mist Village after you get all those chests.
Should I do equip stuff now? Dad?
Yes, but first I'm going to tell you a little bit about party management.
Okay. Thank you, Dad.
This game, a big mechanic in this game is agility anchoring. So unless the vanilla agility flag is on in the flag set, the agility stat of your middle character dictates the speed of the enemies that you fight. And this is still true even if that character is KO'd. So as a rough rule, you usually want either your fastest or your slowest character as your anchor. Things that affect agility will be levels and gear. So of the gear that we have right now, Dorfax, Heroine Robe, and Ninja Shirt all give extra agility. Priority is another mechanic. So that middle spot is the highest priority spot, followed by the top spot, then the bottom spot, then the second spot, then the 4th slot. It's sort of hazy how this works, but it can affect turn order. So usually you want to have your better characters in those higher priority slots. If you don't have 5 characters and you don't have an anchor or a character in the middle slot, the anchor will be the highest priority slot. So in order again, from the top to the bottom, 2, 4, 1, 5, 3. Formation, you'll see the change option, and it'll let you swap between a 2 in the front, 3 in the back, and a 3 in the front, 2 in the back formation. And it's useful to know that characters in the back row take less damage from physical attacks, but unless they're using a ranged weapon like a bow, their normal attacks will do less damage. But you can get around this with a glitch, the back row glitch. So if you equip a ranged weapon on a character, they keep that ranged status, that ranged flag, if you will, forever. And they'll do full damage from the back row.
So like I'm doing
whether
now.
that is a bow and arrow, or that Dorfax will do it. So it's a good idea to try to hold on to at least one ranged weapon for each of your characters or possible characters if you want to find one.
Is the Nomax the weird one or the Dwarfax?
The Dorfax is ranged and it nerfs your stats. So you could equip that to set the back row glitch on Sid very easily. You could also give him a bow.
I mean to equip
So-
general.
What?
It's to equip with him in general. Like, is that the one that's like glitched to be weird?
It's the one that will lower your stats. Oh, and also if you equip it, you can no longer crit with that character.
Yeah, okay, that's the one.
And it's a weird little thing. It's not
Like
a huge deal,
forever,
but it
or-
is. Yeah, for the rest of the game, that character will not crit.
Okay.
So should I just use the wooden whatever this is then?
Probably. Actually, I'm gonna walk you through what I would do before this fight.
Okay. And I'll just whatever
First,
I
make sure that you have the item details by pressing select. I think all of you have that up, right?
want. I'll change.
So I would give Sid
Okay.
that Dragoon armor,
Yep. Makes sense.
and I would back row glitch him. However, you can still crit peasants. Wu told me that you can't.
Well, Wu's a liar.
Yeah, it sounds like it. Okay, so that doesn't. Don't worry about that. You can
Hell
just
yeah.
give him the.
I have a question about
equip
the
it
back row
in-
glitch.
Yeah.
Do you? Does it matter when you equip the bow, or is it just equip a bow and then
You have to equip both.
forever?
Equip a bow and arrow.
Yeah, you have
Oh.
to equip a bow and arrows.
It's whenever.
I'm pretty sure.
It's whenever.
Okay.
You could back row this Rydia.
Why?
It's not gonna make a big deal. She's not gonna hit for very much. It's kind of
Yeah.
time consuming. I would just give her a dagger and that wizard shirt, maybe.
You mean I shouldn't make her my tank?
We'll see.
Mm.
What I would suggest is giving that samurai bow and the heroine robe to Porum. Now, this will tank her wisdom and her will, which dictates spell power. It's gonna give her a crap load of agility and good defense.
Did you want the black belt on Rydia? Which one did you say?
I would just give her the wizard shirt if you have it,
Yeah, baby.
and give the black belt to whatever Yang you have in a higher priority slot. And the order that I would go is sit at the top, Yang in the second slot, Porum in the middle as your anchor with that high agility, Yang 2 in the lowest priority slot, and then Rydia all the way at the bottom.
What? But she's my anchor.
I would suggest using Porum as your anchor with her high agility.
Wow.
Also, you're using a bow, you'll get added accuracy if you're in the middle.
Oh, okay. So wait, so I was choosing lowest agility. Why would I want to choose at this point in the game? Why would I want to choose highest agility?
It is kind of your preference. My habit is on the overworld. I use a fast agility anchor unless I hit a problem spot, and then once we get underground, go with a slower anchor. It is very boss specific,
Overworld, you
but
wanna
as
be
Peasant says, on the overworld you want to be fast, and you
Wow,
can
that's
be
so
fast,
strange. That's so strange. So strange
especially
to
with
me.
a heroine robe.
Okay, well, I'll ask
so-
you guys about that later. Specifics. I don't want to do.
Once you're comfortable with all of that, and you also have adjusted your battle speed to where you want it to be, where you're comfortable, then I would save.
What arrows should we give Porum?
What are your options?
Mute and lit.
I've given lit. Doesn't really.
Yeah, mute have like a.
You have way more.
I think they're more useful later. Lit are more throwaway, so lit are fine for now.
Yeah, mine look good. In the back.
And your Yangs will be in the front row, and all of your other characters in the back row, right?
Yep.
Okay. Once you're comfortable with all that, save. And then once we're all together, head into the mist cave.
I'm a little scared. Should I be scared?
I'm not gonna tell you, but wait for everybody else.
Oh, sorry.
God damn it.
Oh, let me.
Just pause.
Oh wow! Yes.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh no. Alright, I'm gonna pause. I'm sorry, guys. Want to go fast?
So Mel's in the fight. You two are about to go into the mist cave, and as you walk into the mist cave,
Mist surrounds.
you'll automatically trigger the fight.
Echo, I loved your. Like, let's take the airship a little bit, just a little as a treat.
I didn't realize the mist cave was so close.
As a treat.
So in the mist cave, we're fighting Antlion, and Antlion can be kind of scary. His
scared.
scripts, he will counter normal physical attacks, but what's interesting is if you use attack commands like Yang's power command, Rosa's aim command, or Kane's jump command, it doesn't trigger that counter attack. We don't have many of those except for power, so this is not a very powerful boss spot, so I would just say lay into him however you want.
Okay. I'm gonna fight him.
I'm like, I don't.
Alright, well, that was pretty easy.
Yeah.
It's easy, guys. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
This might be the first boss spot in the entire game. Peasants
Yeah,
might be
that's
able to
the
confirm or
case.
deny that.
That's the case.
This is where D-Mist is normally.
Well,
and
technically
it's
it is.
not a...
It's
not
the
a high
first
stat
non-cinematic.
place.
Yes. First
Easy.
non-Kane and Cecil boss. Hop in it.
But I think that you can see if this wasn't a low spot and you only had physical attacks, how difficult that could be.
I don't like it.
And why you might want those illusions that we saw in Baron earlier. But everybody's got it down. That's our first objective.
Holy
We're 1/3 of the way to the crystal.
Insane.
And I see Mel already doing this, and Echo not far behind. Go ahead and loot this place.
I will wait.
I would just loot this one screen
Yeah.
there. I don't remember how many chests there are. Maybe like 4 or 5. I need to turn a light on. I'll be back in 1 second.
Okay. Hell yeah.
Our guide gone.
We already got a crystal armor here. Ridiculous. I love it. I love it. I'll wait outside.
What do you love?
Crystal armor, baby.
You love that crystal armor.
Yeah.
I don't like it, but if you like it...
I like it. I like it because I can't cast Berserk on anybody.
Yeah. So that haul that we just got, 2 ninja hats and crystal armor. Those ninja hats don't seem like much, but they're very good items. I really like them. And the reason is they give a little bit of everything. They boost your agility, your strength, and your vitality, maybe? Boost 3 of your stats by a little bit.
Wait,
So-
I completely got lost here.
Oh,
I'm wandering.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
never
that-
mind.
Nice
You
to
got
take
it.
A little detour.
Christ.
it's very easy to get lost. And some of these, like, sets, I guess you would say, the terrain, it's hard to know what level everything is on. So that ninja hat is going to be pretty useful. So get back in your airship. And since we handled that fight so easily, so professionally,
Hell yeah.
we're gonna try our luck at the waterfall. And the waterfall is over close to Damsian,
Oh yeah.
where we were before. And we don't want to go in quite yet. Yeah, it's that... Yeah, that one, Echo. So now we know we're going to fight another boss, so this is a good time to maybe equip those ninja hats. And I would equip one on Porum for more agility. And the other... Whoever. One of your physical attackers. Maybe one of the Yangs, maybe Sid. And then save before you go into the cave.
Okay.
So Mel's
I'll
ready,
wait. I'll
Echo's ready, and Tomato's ready.
Yeah.
Go ahead and just go in the cave and then walk south once
Oh,
you're
shit.
inside of it.
Oh no, dude.
Yeah,
oh,
right?
No. Oh no. Oh, I'm afraid. I'm afeared.
Yeah. This
Oh,
is a
wow.
boss fight. This is Dr. Lugai.
The worst character in the game.
This is a 2-part fight with the HP of this boss spot split between 3 different enemies. Ideally, you want to try to kill Dr. Lugai and Balnab at the same time to
Oh.
skip a phase of the fight. But
Well-
if you don't, it's not a big deal, especially in this spot. This Balnab and maybe Lugai as well. I think the second form of Lugai definitely is a machine. They're machines, and machines in this game are weak to lightning. So those lit arrows are gonna do some work,
Oh,
as
that's
seen
why
on
those are-
Echo's screen.
Yeah, that's insane.
It's an example of how powerful exploiting elemental or type weaknesses can be.
I hate it. Now he's a skeleton.
Yeah, now he's a spooky skeleton, and he's gonna poison your butt.
I don't like him.
Yeah, you're gonna like him less whenever you start walking and you see that poison effect.
Ooh, I don't like that poison effect.
Taking away your health and making you want to throw up.
Yeah, throw me up. It's throwing me up. Let's see what this music is. Oh, it's Square Enix still. Okay, just like Square Enix with words.
And Echo defeats the second phase of the fight before the main enemy even shows up. Lovely.
Wow,
Just lovely.
insane.
Tomato, showing those lit arrows. Yeah. And I think you guys know this, but if you don't, you can equip weapons, your left hand and your right hand, mid-battle. So if you aren't equipped optimally and you want to change something, you can. Just go into your items in the battle screen and then scroll up and you'll see what's in your left hand and in your right hand.
You want to change equipment, but you don't know how. Just Google it.
Yeah.
It's a very niche.
I actually don't know what's in here, so loot it if you want.
Not much.
I got a siren.
Siren
is nice.
But a singular siren.
But one siren.
But one siren.
Wee-oo. Just one siren. Okay, so of the three of you, who got poisoned in that fight?
Me, baby! So now all my characters on 1. Oh no, if I take another step, they're gonna die, right?
I don't think poison can kill you.
That's right, it can't.
No.
Illustrating for the chat.
Thank you. It's also nice with this flag set that you start with a kit, because a kit comes with a tent.
No,
And a tent will fix poison and many other status effects except for KO or swoon, whatever you want to call it. It'll also refill 1,000 health per character and 100 MP per character. So right now for Mel, it's a good time to do it. If Echo and Tomato, if you're pretty close to full health and mana, don't feel like you need to use one. But you can if you want.
You should feel pressured into using one. ABS, always be saving, babies.
Always be saving. I get yelled at because I save too much.
No, I mean, as a beginner, I probably should. Oh.
Like much like washing your hands, you should save frequently and with enthusiasm.
Chat, I hope you're doing well tonight, by the way. What is everybody up to? Please tell us. We're excited. Except Kaz. Don't tell us, Kaz.
Yeah. So we have 2 objectives down already. 2/3 of the way to the crystal, but who knows how far off that 3rd objective is.
Oh, I do.
So,
oh, no, I don't. I don't know how.
There's one more thing before we start diving key item locations, and that is Mount Hobbs.
What? Okay. We're not gonna go to Antlion Cave, my favorite cave in the game?
Just be
I'm
patient.
sorry.
We want to go to the western entrance of Mount Hobbs.
Why can't we?
There's-
Why can't we get?
I've done it again.
There are
I'm
2
gonna go
entrances to Mount
on
Hobbs.
the left, and you can't stop me, nor can any sprite. Oh wait, actually, I forgot that we had Rydia.
Yeah. This is a really cool detail of the randomizer. In the vanilla game, this is where Rydia learns the fire spell.
Yeah.
But as you walk closer to that wall of ice, an animation will play, and you'll get a randomized spell because the random spell flag is on. I forget what it's called.
Yeah.
And there's little fairies, and that's actually the Sylph summon.
Oh.
Yeah. So once you get Sylph, I would continue straight up that path.
Oh, you
And
okay?
then
On the left.
yeah.
We're going on
to
the left side.
yeah.
My bad.
Up and to the left is a cave entrance or like a door, and you'll find some chests behind that. So pretty good to loot. And once you do that, return to the previous screen.
Ooh, we got a slumber sword, my favorite type.
Yeah, it fits you pretty well.
Shut up.
And from this point, we can go right from the previous screen and peek a different character, or peek a character check. We don't have to get it, so walk kind of cautiously until you can see who it is.
Oh God, no,
Yeah.
no, sweet baby, no.
And another one.
Another
Yeah.
one bites the crust.
I don't know about you, but I have enough yangs, so
Yeah, too
right
many
now
yangs.
I'm gonna bail and
bail
go
on
out the
this.
way I came in.
I'm Audi 5000.
But there are 2 really, really good things that we picked up here. One being the ribbon. The ribbon is a very good piece of equipment, especially for your kind of squishy mage characters or your best character. and the other being the Sylph Summon. The Sylph Summon is... We're going to go to Antlion Cave after this.
Yes.
Yeah.
My favorite.
The Sylph Summon, it does damage to a single target, and it heals you in return. But there's a peculiarity with the game where if Rydia is not in the middle spot, if she's not your anchor of your party, when you use the Sylph Summon, it will not consume MP. So as long as you have enough MP to cast at once, you can keep casting it over and over again.
If she's not in the middle.
Yeah,
Or
so
if she's in the middle.
as long as she is not in the middle spot.
Oh, okay.
So we're gonna go maybe save outside of Antlion Cave. It's not a big deal because there's a save point inside of it.
Diamond, baby.
Mel canonically loves Antlion Cave.
I love it. It's my favorite cave. I think even in the original
doesn't?
game, it was.
Again, it's kind of confusing with the different layers of altitude, what layer each chest is on, at least for me.
It's a little confusing, yeah. Ooh, got some good stuff.
I don't know which way is the way forward, so I'm just like, oh, should I go through this door?
Mm.
Probably not.
Just do your
This
best.
cave is pretty straightforward. I think that you missed a chest echo in the top left corner of this room.
Mm.
Actually,
And then the save point is on like the middle right side of this room.
I'm gonna do mine in the
Oh,
safe point.
Odin.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby.
Baby. Allegory of the cave.
So once you get a chance to save and get those chests,
I'm gonna equip right and then save after I equip it just in case. You never know. 'Cause
yeah,
I think there's
it's-
no more chests.
That's fine.
Or maybe there's one.
And I think I see that you went ahead and used the Odin summon
I
to
did.
teach Rydia Omen. Omen. Odin. Rydia is the only character who can natively use summons. Other characters can use an item called a grimoire and fake a summon, I guess.
Fake it till they make it.
But
You know?
she can cast them. Mel used it, and I would say that it is a good idea to use it. Sometimes you can sell it for a fair chunk of change, but we have a lot of gear that we can sell right now. So I would say just go ahead and use it. And whenever you're ready, go to the screen below. It'll take you to the Antlion Nest, and just chill there for a second, where Tomato is.
Sorry, I'm really slow. Where does he have the iron ring? Yeah, let's make him a little less squishy. Ribbon or Ninja?
I think that Porum is probably your best character right now, and I would give her Ribbon.
Yeah. And then...
Though the agility of the ninja hat is nice. Whatever, follow your heart.
Yeah.
But out of there, we got a Black Robe, a Charm Claw, a Mute Knife, a Zeus Gauntlet, White Spear, Crystal Glove, and the Odin Summon.
That's not a bad haul.
I think that Odin Summon is the best for us right now, but the Mute Knife is good. The Zeus Gauntlet is very good, but we don't
Yeah.
have any really great characters we can equip it on. You can put it on Sid. I don't know if you can put it on Yang. I should have checked that. The White Spear is a great spear for Kane, but we don't have a Kane. Crystal Glove is high tier armor for Cecil. We don't have a Cecil.
So, Yang can equip Zeus. Does it matter, like, which Yang gets what?
I would put better gear on the higher priority Yang.
Which is
And-
the...
The top, the one above,
Okay.
or higher. How do I explain that? In the second slot right now, I think, for you.
For the newbies in chat who are thinking about this, but think that like it might be a little complex from just what we're talking about, he's kind of optimizing our inventory for us, but you can get away with a lot like of just kind of picking and choosing the stuff that has big numbers.
Yeah, basically.
For one of my first seeds, I just kind of did whatever looked good, and it was fine. This is mostly just so that we don't die a whole bunch, for the entertainment of you, the viewer.
Honestly, I don't think that you needed to equip new things for this
Yeah, I
boss
don't
spot.
think so.
It's not very tough, but we'll see. So, everybody's in the antlion nest.
Yeah.
Echo's about to be.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you were
And-
going in.
Yeah. Go ahead in and then head south, and the boss will attack you automatically.
I'm scared.
And the boss is the Baron Soldiers.
No!
So I want you to pause here for a second, Mel.
Nobody
what do you
else.
think is Mel? What do you think is the quickest way to kill?
I mean,
this
I,
boss?
being the smartest person in the room, I think getting rid of all 3 soldiers first is pretty good.
That is pretty fast. This boss has a quirk where if you kill the 3 soldiers, the general will get flustered and he'll retreat. You lose a little bit of XP by not killing him, but it's not a big deal, especially in this spot. If you kill the general first, the soldiers will get kind of confused. I don't know if they start hitting one another, but they definitely become very, very ineffective. So that's a valid way to go. Can you think of a way that we could kill all of these soldiers at the same time?
I would love to just kick around ideas with you guys, but I do not know. I have zero clue.
I'll give you a hint. This boss does not have the boss bit that blocks status effects like mini or piggy, I don't think, and especially not
Piggy.
instant death.
Oh, alright. So, in our items, we have... Oh no, we don't have anything for that.
We don't, but we just picked up a really good item that we used
Oh, right.
called the Odin Summon.
Right.
So you fight how you want, but for me, the most fun thing to do here is to use Rydia and summon Odin.
I'm just gonna kick, and Odin.
Yeah, kick is a good way. It's an AoE.
What does Odin do?
Oh no, Odin missed.
Odin missed. Wow.
Oh, no, you
Thanks a
have to fight.
lot.
I didn't think it would miss, but I guess it did.
I'll just go around again. Don't worry about it. What does
And
Odin
I don't
do?
think you have enough.
No, I don't have enough.
Odin is instant death to non-boss bit enemies as long as it hits.
As long as it hits.
Yes.
Well, it's never gonna
It
miss.
does have a
also
chance
did
to
not.
miss. It missed for Echo as well, which is unfortunate.
Kind of funny.
Tomato is using black magic spells on all enemies,
Interesting.
which is a good idea.
How do you do that?
So if you are in a normal battle, it's not a back attack, you press left, and then eventually you'll see it'll be targeting all of the enemies with like a flashing cursor.
Is that also how you cure your whole party?
Yeah, you press right a whole bunch.
Yeah, this is the
Oh
opposite.
my god.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's
Well, I'm
a.
glad that we-
Yep.
Are going over it.
Oh hell yeah!
Mel, it looks like you're through the fight. What'd you get?
I got a crystal armor, and I hope we get 5 Cecils. To be honest with you, it'll never happen in a randomizer that you would have 5 or 6 Cecils, right? Though.
I may have seen it the other night.
It's my first seed.
World
I think.
record Cecil run.
All Cecils %. I don't think you can exit from this cave, can you? Do we have exit?
We do not have exit.
So this will be good.
So if you can remember how to get out of this cave, go right ahead.
If you can't,
Since
then
I
you're-
made you use Odin, you're out of MP. with
Yeah.
Lydia, which is kind of a bummer.
Thanks.
However, another early boss check is Fabul.
Yeah.
Fabul Castle. Defend
Oh.
Fabul. And Fabul will give you a free heal before and after the boss fight. So that's where I would suggest going next, and it's to the east of Antlion Cave. It's a good idea to save, just in case.
ABS.
Maybe yes. And you'll get a chance to check out the item shop. It might be a good idea to sell some of your gear.
Oh yeah. Selling everything.
Don't want to sell everything.
Nothing crazy good in Maybe
Not-
poison, but not great.
You can sell all of your base gear, like the leather hats and leather shirts and prisoner robes and regular staves. Try to hold on to your mute stuff, your wizard stuff. Things like silver are pretty weak. Slumber is pretty weak. If you want, you could sell a dragoon armor or two just to get a bunch of gold. Flame, is that flame sword or flame spear? Regardless, not great.
We had both, actually.
Oh, nice.
Drain is good, though.
I would
Slumber.
keep drain.
Slumber.
I would get rid of slumber.
Hell.
I hardly know her.
And if you have a question about an item and how good it is, just ask.
What about
But
Firebomb?
you'll see. Firebomb does fire damage based on the user's HP.
Oh.
You have 2 Yangs and a Sid. That's a lot of HP.
Oh, alright. Maybe
I would hold on
okay.
to it for now. Probably not going to sell for all that much, right?
No, it doesn't.
said
If you wanted
the fire-
to, you could sell a Murasame or 2 since we don't have an edge. I wouldn't sell both. But if you really want, you could sell 1.
I'm keeping it.
Not imperative. Echo, what did you say?
You said the fire and the flame, like sword spear. You can.
They're not very good.
What about charm for the Edward we removed?
The oh,
Never
get rid of
sell it.
everything he has. I know that you like the ruby ring, how it prevents piggy.
Piggy.
Hey, we got
That
some
can actually
Starveils.
be a bad thing, and we might get to why that is later.
Got some Starveils and Ether 2s.
Yeah. So I would. How many Star Veils do you have?
I was just gonna check it. 4.
4. I would say buy 6. So you have an even 10 if you can afford 6.
Got it. And then Ethers, do you buy Ethers usually?
They're very expensive. They can be very useful. I don't think that we're gonna need any immediately,
Okay.
but I will mark it.
Alright. I'll just keep it in my head.
But Star Veils are
Very good.
I would say if we had like a Tela, we would want to prioritize ethers.
Yeah.
We don't have a Tela or a Fu. We don't have to worry about it so much.
I just don't want my Rydia to lose all her MP doing a terrible move that jerks give me. But whatever.
Some people like to fight the boss and then get their gear, so if they die to the boss, it's not a huge deal. I would say just
No matter.
go to the boss. Mel is looting the left tower. You'll get a chance to do that after the boss. It's a little faster, but if you are, say you're in a position where you're not sure how strong you are and you want the chance to get better gear, you can go ahead and loot that left tower.
I don't know. I didn't get it.
But just walk up to the throne and
Let's go.
I'm gonna run to the bathroom like as fast as I can, so I'll be back.
that's
Run
fine.
as fast as you. No, I'm kidding. All right. Well, while we're doing that, let's do a little bit of chat work. Kia.
Kia's here.
Wouldn't want to.
I'm gonna do the same thing.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
I'll wait here. Yeah, I'm just gonna pee on stream. To blow me. Oh baby. So what's going on, everybody? How's it going in chat? Are you guys enjoying this rascal tutorial?
How are you doing, Mel?
Oh, what's it?
By the way?
Oh, thank you. Web, I'm tomato. I'm doing excellent. How are you doing?
Same.
Fantastic. Yeah, what is on Saturday? So we do have a just a regular Sneakbike on Saturday. It's going to be hosted by our lovely Flying Octopus, and then Kaz also will be there commentating. The runners are going to be myself. Is Kia doing this one? And then I think we're having J-Dubs and who else was doing this? Ghost, right? Notepad dicked me over.
offline.
I think that's right. Kia will be running Ghost. So all your favorites, and some more. And we don't know what games they're gonna be. They're gonna be mystery games. So we're gonna be doing some fun relay mystery game action. That's gonna be same mystery time, same mystery place. Do we have a schedule thing? I think we do. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh man, do we ever have a new Discord? Holy moly. Let me just do this real fast, and expires after never. So we have a new Discord. If you are interested in that. Oh, is that the new Discord? Did you update that one, or does that one just go to my Discord inexplicably? Okay, cool.
Thank you for prompting the bathroom break, Echo.
You're welcome.
I wasn't brave enough to
Yeah.
to propose it.
Anyone can. Oh well, now everybody went ahead. GP.
Oh, we're waiting.
Good P.
Okay, so everybody's in this fight now, except for Mel. He's about to be. The boss is, I can't roll my R's, otherwise I would. Rubicante.
Rubicante.
So Mel, I would just pause right here.
Yeah, I'm doing.
I'm gonna give you a brief rundown. He can be a really dangerous boss. Right here, he's not so bad. Like Antlion, he will counter your normal physical attacks, but he will do it with a Fire 2 spell on your whole party. Ugh. He has two sort of states, one with his cape open and one with his cape closed. While his cape is closed, he'll hit you physically once or twice. He has a very powerful spell that will come out after a while. It's called Glare. It will kill a single character in just about every boss spot. It's so powerful. However, one, he's a mage type. Two, when his cape is down, meaning he is not shielding himself with it, he is incredibly weak to ice. So, ice spells when his cape is down, or ice weapons all the time, actually. It doesn't matter if his cape is open or closed. It's sometimes good to have high agility against this boss because he is so active and fast. So with our tool set, what do you think would work best?
Always be kicking. No, I'm kidding. I'll have someone else answer because I've been doing a lot of this. He's got a nice leg though. Just saying.
He is called the leg.
The leg.
In certain circles.
Echo, what do you think we should do here?
Well, you said he was a mage type, right?
Hmm.
Can't we use mute arrows on him?
That's a very good idea. I like that idea a lot.
I didn't
Tomato,
even think
do
of
you
it.
have any ideas?
We also have an ice spell I could use when he has
We
his-
do have an ice spell, and that is also a very good idea. Both of those ideas would work.
Is Ogre Axe?
I want to show you
strong?
a third option. What'd you say?
Ogre Axe isn't strong against mage, I guess.
No, it's
think I'm thinking-
ogres, but there are mage ogres that make it confusing.
That's upsetting.
I believe earlier from Mist Village, you looted an item called a Boreas. Maybe use it when he's not hiding behind his cape. And this will just show that spell items exist, and they can be very, very useful.
Okay, I'll do it now to show you.
Or if you want to kill him with mute arrows, Echo, go ahead. Tomato, if you want to kill him with... Yeah. If you want to kill him with an ice spell, it will be very effective. Both of those things will be effective. You will not really waste, but you'll use up mute arrows. How many do we have? Like 20?
Yeah, we have a lot of them.
And that's, yeah. They're likely to be useful later. So just follow your heart, but know that Boreas
Jesus,
is an option.
That's wild.
When his cape is open.
I didn't know about that, and I don't really use spell items too much, like at all. And
They're intimidating because
yeah,
it's hard to know
scary.
what it does.
I don't know the boss's
That
own
I-
weakness, so I'm gonna have to open the boss page now and kind of look at their stuff.
It's instant casts or near instant casts.
Yeah, and for those of you who are interested in learning this kind of thing in the chat, you don't have to learn all of this at once. I didn't know that at all until literally right now, and I've run I think 3 or 4 seeds, and it's been fine. Sometimes you just have to do whatever you think is right, and you eventually get there. It's only when you're trying to optimize that things become a little bit trickier, which is what we're doing here.
Yeah, and I know a lot about this game, but I'm not an expert. And I think it would be just abusive to try to hit you with every little detail of the game. So I'm trying to hit a little bit of everything in hopes that you can get the idea and run with it later if you choose to play more of it.
We got the Artemis
So
bow.
what did the king give you?
Artemis bow, baby.
Artemis
It's a
bow.
really
All
good
right.
bow. It's a good bow.
That is maybe the best bow in the entire game. Not progression, which is kind of sad. However,
I know I should.
you know who I think that Artemis bow would look really good on?
I don't know. Rydia? Wait. Rory. Oh wow.
What's up, Rory?
Why don't we have our alerts open there? Oh, we do. They just don't work. Well.
Oh,
Thank
sweet.
you, Rory. Nice. Sweet.
Welcome in, Reynolds. Thank you for the raid, Rory.
Yeah, thank you, Rory. That's very kind of you.
Oh, you're 10 Final Fantasies ahead.
Holy shit, dude. We gotta catch up, dude. Oh, Rory.
Gotta go fast.
You were a Final Fantasy X in front of us. So after you get that Artemis bow, you can loot the chests near the king. The level below that, there's actually a chest that you can loot behind the Sonic Kid. It's called the Sonic Kid for a very specific reason. But if you don't get that, it's probably not a big deal. I would go check out the left tower.
Okay.
If you talk to Sonic Kid, it's kind of funny. And the left tower will be useful or be handy later. There are chests and pots on the first level.
I already did it, so you guys
But
can
on the
watch.
third level, the top level, that's where Sheila lives.
That's Yang's wife.
It is
Right?
Yang's wife.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
She is, sometimes she has the goods. So and those are usually free-ish checks. So it's good to know, especially as a beginner, who Sheila is and where she is. And as Tomato sees, Sonic Kid's gotta go fast.
Power rod. Or power staff, whatever. Interesting. I put my
Power staff
Artemis
could be
bow on Porum because Porum already had a bow.
Yeah, so I would put it on Porum right now, but you know who I think it would look better on?
Yang. No, Rydia?
No.
That we have now?
No.
Oh. Rosa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the Artemis bow gives plus agility. Great for this overworld. It would look great on Rosa, but we don't have a Rosa.
Oh, yeah, I wish we did.
Do you know where we can find Rosa?
I remember Baron had a Rosa, but it was
Yeah.
blocked by that enemy. Oh.
Yeah. So we know Rosa's at Baron. Now we have a little bit of gold. We've killed some bosses. We've sold some stuff, looted some stuff. Now is not a bad time to check shops for useful items. So we know that our next key item destination is probably going to be Baron.
Okay, so I should just leave this place. I already checked the shops
Yeah.
and stuff.
But in the meantime, we can go on a shopping spree. And I would start... We just did Fabul. Silvera is really close. It's just to the south of Fabul. Like, directly south.
I'm gonna land in the water.
And you'll
but
see
don't
it's
worry.
in with a
seaplane.
bunch of islands there.
Is there a No, there's no item shop in here. But there is an item. Nope, there's no item.
Silvera, there are hidden items in the grass. Usually when the grass comes to a single point, there's a hidden item there. I think there are 2 items hidden behind the item shop, and another one hidden on the east side of town. But as Echo has encountered, cabins and tents, 2 very, very, very useful items. They're used to heal your party out of battle. Cabins are more effective, they'll heal you fully and revive characters. Tents will not revive characters, which sounds bad, but it can be a really good thing. So I would buy 10 cabins. You can afford that, right?
I can afford it. Don't worry about it.
My summer homes.
Bandana.
And then some tents. You have what, like 4 or 5. Knowing that you have a Cid and a Dorfax, it's likely that you might use him as an anchor, and there's a chance that you might want to floor him, though that won't come for a long time. So I would buy maybe another 5 tents. So a lot going on in Silvera.
Hey, we got Succubus too. Not great.
I've
never used it, so
Yeah.
yeah, sounds good.
Tomato's checking out the weapon, the armor shop. Not a lot going on in the armor shop.
I wanted. In the weapon
There
shop?
is, I believe there's a Thunderclaw in the weapon shop.
Yeah.
There is.
It's pretty cheap, right?
Yeah.
With a Yang or two, that's one of the places that he shines, is exploiting elemental weaknesses. And there are some bosses like Kainazo and Odin that are incredibly weak to thunder. So if you want, go ahead and pick one up. If not, it's not bad. We have thunder spells.
I'm gonna pick one up, but I'm never gonna use it. Is that okay?
That's fine. You don't even have to equip it.
I won't. On principle.
Found a cabin in the bushes.
Yeah, it's extra cabin.
Extra cabin, baby.
Cabin in the woods.
Nah, we're not item duping or MP exploit.
I don't know if the MP glitch is on. I may have left it on as like a failsafe and guess instead, but in case somebody gets really, really stuck. But I'm hoping nobody has to use it. So once you get whatever you want out of Silvera, I think the next logical place to look is Mysidia. I believe it is southwest. If you head south from Silvera, you will hit Ordeals, the big mountain, and then to the west of that is Mysidia.
Yeah, why ain't we doing Ordeals? Ordeals is usually
just be patient.
I was gonna say because we don't really have a Cecil, so there's no real urgency to do it.
Oh, I forgot one of the most important things. If you hit, is it L or R on the overworld?
Oh yeah, it's L. R.
You'll switch sprites.
Yeah, it's the best.
Oh, that's so important.
Isn't it?
Thank you.
I like Rydia's sprite.
Yeah. And if you're Tomato and you have a Kane, you're always going to be on Kane because he is the sexiest looking character.
He's the worst one.
And if you're Tomato, you have the special flag that you can't finish the game if you don't have a Kane party.
Kane percent?
Name Rascal.
Wow.
It's very aptly named. I am a betrayer, canonically.
Got the elven
in
bow.
Mysidia, there's an elven bow.
Yeah.
We have a samurai bow, and we have
What was the other bow we had?
an Artemis bow, and we have mute arrows.
Oh right, we had Artemis bow.
So I would hold off on that.
Yeah.
There's not really much I see in the armor or the weapon shop, but there are Cure 3s in the item shop. And Cure 3s probably going to be pretty expensive. They are the strongest straight healing item in battle. I would buy maybe 5 of them. They're nice throughout the game. They're also nice. They're really nice during the final fight with Zeromus, because if somebody's low or if they actually go through star veils and reflect status, it's a way that you can heal a teammate who has reflect on them.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and there are also life potions, it looks like. Now is a good time. Buy 20 of them. That's probably a good idea if you can afford it.
Yeah, I guess that's fine.
After Mysidia, I would go west to Agart. And I want you to find Agart. There are only Thor rages there, and they can be effective, but they're very niche use. So not really a reason to buy any right now. Some runners really like them because they're instant thunder for certain bosses.
Wait, what is it? I'm sorry, what is the name of the item?
Thor rages.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and the items are found in the inn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't have my map up because I have so much crap on my screen, so I'm just kind of going around.
Agart is west of Mysidia.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's also directly south of Baron.
And we also have the Echo Note. What does the Echo Note have to tell us, Echo?
Echo.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
If you want, you can buy, I don't know, 3 or 4 Thor rages. Might come in handy. Don't feel like you have to.
Suspicious. All right.
And after Agart, I would suggest going to Kaipo.
You know what? I'm not gonna buy Thor Rages because in real life I wouldn't.
Yeah, exactly.
Real life, screw it.
Do you guys know where Kaipo is?
Kaipo.
It's in the middle of that big desert.
Yeah, the Dizzity Desert.
Dizzity.
I say, looking at my
The
map.
Dilly Dang Desert, Cosmocordia.
Dilly Dang. Disney Dickin' Desert. What is... we don't really need
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
So there are two very interesting items in Kaipo. Would you like to know what they are?
Yeah.
No.
The first is the cursed ring in the armor shop.
Ooh, fancy.
This item comes in handy once we get to the underground, and afterwards, it will tank a character's agility. Just throw it straight down, 15 points. And knowing that you have a Sid, it's going to take his agility, with Dorfax, it's going to take his agility to 1 until he's like close to level 50 or so.
Oh, yeah.
So it is very useful. If you can afford it, I would recommend buying it, but there's also another interesting item in the weapon shop.
Earth.
Yes.
That is the best thing for Sid, correct?
It's not the best, but it is unique in that you can use it as an item in battle, and it will cast Quake.
Okay.
Oh.
Which is an AoE spell,
I won't.
which, knowing that you have the gauntlet fight coming up in Baron, since it was 2 blue robes just chilling there with Rosa, an AoE Quake spell could be very, very helpful. So maybe you have enough enough medicine.
Yeah,
maybe you have
I might have
enough
enough
money for both of those. Maybe you only have enough for one. If you do have enough for one, the Earthbacks is going to be more useful right now, but definitely come back and get that cursed ring later.
Oh, I'm getting both of them, baby.
Is there anything
Baby?
that we should sell? Because we've got, you know, a
Nice,
bit.
bunch of stuff.
You can sell. Let me look at your items. The Lilith is okay.
Oh, I sold it. Sorry.
Yeah. It's
Bye.
hard to know because different players have different preferences. I do not like to be attached to my items. So like I would sell that crystal armor because even if I get a Cecil, I'm not going to want it on him.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, that's how I play.
Get out of here.
You could maybe sell a Dragoon armor if you have to, or sell all of them if you want. The ninja shirt, I think, is only equipable by Edge, and we don't have an Edge. So, you know, is it more valuable to sell it now? And I think it sells for a good chunk
Yeah,
of change.
it's pretty good. But I didn't sell it.
Whistles definitely sell, because they're an easy 5,000.
Hmm.
That silver helm, you could probably sell Echo.
What an edgelord. Wow, Rory.
So how much are those two items together? I forget. I think the Earth Hammer was 30k, which is a little expensive.
It's a little bit pricey.
And the Cursed Ring was
I
25k,
think
is that
so.
right?
Yeah, but selling one of the crystal armors is
Exactly.
A poor choice,
Exactly.
you're right. That's right. I'm holding out for 2 Cecils.
and then you will be happy.
You guys are gonna be so jealous.
Finally.
It may seem or sound odd, that Cursed Ring is one of the most important things in the game.
It's true. Madagascar and vanilla. What? I want vanilla.
There's some items in like the pots on the right side. Oh, you can check the bed, the Kaipo bed. There is a character there who is suffering from a high fever. And the only way to cure it is the sand ruby.
Is the bed the first room to the left?
Yeah, it's the
Nope.
very top right.
If only we had a
Oh, I was
sand
looking at
ruby,
tomatoes and saying,
we could get...
who is it, Tomato?
Who is it, Tomato?
Best character, our favorite Dragoon.
Oh!
Hell yeah.
He's only good because
So-
we could replace Yang with him.
We know that Kane
Oh.
is in the game. We might not get access to him if we don't pick up every item and or do every check, but he is in the game. So we have a white spear. We could sell that for a lot, but it is very, very. It's maybe Kane's best weapon. So maybe hold on to Kane gear right now.
I hope that I didn't sell the white sphere. No, I didn't. Okay.
And whenever you're done with Kaipo, get back to your airship and head to Baron.
I'm gonna save.
Yeah, I'll save it, Baron.
And I promise this is going to get more interesting for you soon.
I'm 100%.
Save before you go to Baron. Go into Baron Town.
Oh yeah, if you don't have a tracker or you think you missed something on your tracker, you can click on the track here, which I just found out about, and it shows you what stuff you have and also where you got it and also what to do with it, which was useful for me when I forgot what the Earth thing did.
Very helpful. And honestly, that was not in my notes, so I appreciate you bringing it up.
I appreciate you. Oh, okay. Well, sure.
So we want Sid to have the Earth Hammer for sure. I don't think we want him to have Curse String right now.
Yeah.
We equipped that Artemis bow on Porum, I think, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I don't know if you have a ton of other gear.
No, I don't. Not really. I equipped the lightning thing with the other. What's his face? Yang. But
the lightning claw.
Yeah. But otherwise, he didn't have one, so like he was missing a claw.
I have a charm claw on him.
Yeah, I
That
have
ups
it on
one of his stats, right?
Agility.
Yeah, so that's good.
Yeah, my other one had a fire claw and nothing else. So I was like, all right.
Yeah, they only come with one claw.
I forgot we had two.
Yeah, it's the worst. So yeah, I just put the lightning claw in there. And
Pretty forgettable, right?
Yeah, he's a very forgettable
Ouch.
character.
Yeah. Oh, do you guys know how to use the sort in the inventory?
I've never used it before in my life.
It's all the way down at the bottom. I usually bring it up to like the second slot.
But you can move the. Oh my god.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby. That's
So I
actually
put
good.
life potions in the first slot
Yeah.
and the sort in the second slot. That's how I do it. Do it however you want. But if you double click
like
on
that.
sort, it will bring everything up, condense it, and it'll also stack items if you have more than one pile of them, I guess you could say.
So helpful.
I hate that it doesn't stack by default. So annoying.
What'd you say?
I hate that it doesn't stack by default.
Yeah, it's very frustrating when
Yeah.
it doesn't.
It will
So
at
annoying.
weird times.
Yeah, but now
And
when you're buying,
I don't know exactly
and-
what those...
I think it
It
stacks
won't
when
at
you,
the worst times, and it will when it doesn't matter.
when you get it from an enemy and you take all. I believe it stacks. That might be incorrect, but I think it is the case.
Okay, so when everybody's ready, go see Rosa just chilling at the inn. The way this fight is gonna work is, you know, the gauntlet is your first fight. This will be exposure to the alt gauntlet. If you don't know what that is, I'll explain it in a second. But there's a second fight afterwards. That second fight will not grant you XP. So if you can win it without raising your characters, you don't have to have them all up if you're worried about getting XP. It won't be... The spot isn't much XP. The first spot isn't much XP anyway. And you'll get a full heal afterwards. So unload whatever you want in that second fight, because you'll get all of your resources back.
Nice.
Your HP and your MP at
We're
least.
also in an inn that's pretty cheap, so it doesn't, you know.
Yeah, that's true. But it'll happen, it's faster. It's automatic.
Wow. Must be nice to be fast.
So this is the alt gauntlet. And this fight is dreaded in the community. Not always because it's hard, but because it's time consuming. So we got that Earth Hammer. When Sid's turn comes up, maybe try it out. All you do is go into your items and then scroll up so you can see what's in his hands, and then click on it or press A, and you'll see that it targets all of the enemies.
Earth Hammer. Earth Hammer. Oh, I could have done the life glitch, and I just didn't.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys will want to learn the life glitch or not. It's not very complicated, but it is timing based.
We could learn it later.
way that
It's okay. I don't want to. have to
Yeah.
confuse everybody.
The way I have this structured, you might get like 1 or 2 chances to use it to great effect. So if you want to try it, then
Yeah.
do it.
Alright.
Yang's kick can also come in handy here. It targets all enemies, though it's not very powerful right now. And like we said earlier, Rydia spells can target all of the enemies, but they're probably also not very powerful.
I don't like these scallops.
They looking at you funny?
Yeah.
Just, yeah, the look of them, or...
He's like, ah! Yeah. Hey, what you guys
Oh,
doing?
and Sid's Earthhammer can be used endlessly, and it doesn't consume MP or anything else.
Oh, it could be used more than once? I didn't know that. Nice.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. It's also really fast to get to it. Like, it doesn't take a lot of casting time. Alright. Hey, you learned Berserk.
Quake is a very powerful spell in this game.
Cause, please. Please. Please, Cause. Please.
I wonder when Octo's gonna get here.
Never.
I just feel like, hey guys, what's going on? Just hanging out. Octo, you remember that we were having a thing today? No! I hate my friends. That's what he usually... Do you think he can catch up? We've all played this before. He's never played it before.
It's true. It is nice that you guys have a little bit of a base knowledge of the game.
I was gonna say it would have been a lot slower, I feel, to onboard someone totally new, only because they have no experience with the game. And also it's nice because if he wants to watch the tutorial or watch this as a tutorial, which I encourage, we're gonna put this up as a VOD, and he can kind of go through the same thing. I don't know how I'll link the seed, but it's same as a lot of other things, I guess.
You can probably put it in the description, straight to the FE site.
Is there a link to like actual seed?
Yeah.
Oh, legit. I'm into it.
Yeah, like if we use the command, right, Cause?
I don't know.
The command seed.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, babies.
There it is.
We can do it. It's nice to have
Do you guys see why people hate this fight?
Oh, I love it. It gives me a break to not do anything and go slow. Canonically, I love going
So
slow.
I didn't see the name of the enemy on the front line, and it's
Yeah.
electric fish, and I used a lightning spell against it because I know how to read. Big
Well,
brain, big moves.
What I also wanted you to notice is that it's immune to the Quake spell
Oh, because it's like
Oh.
with
flying.
Earthhammer.
I didn't even
So
see
it
it.
diminishes some of that utility.
I thought I just did something wrong.
Very fun to watch. At least I need to work out my legs and stuff. All right, interesting.
Chance gonna work.
We're
out his
glad that
leg.
you're having fun watching, but please take care of whatever you need to take care of. We might
Saver.
still be here. I'm willing to go as far as you guys are willing to go.
Yeah, we'll see what is reasonable. If there's a good stopping point to like, cause wait, how long have we been going?
I don't know. Well, what time did we start?
Oh,
Almost
1
2
hour,
hours.
5 minutes. Yeah, so we're almost at 2 hours. Let's start at 2:30, and because that's a good time to stop. We can have other of I forgot what I was doing here. We can have other of these. Like we can do the next Sneakbike and like kind of do a continuation from where we are at now, if that's acceptable for
Live.
everybody. Unless
For 149.
just so we don't get all burnt out or whatnot, and the chat doesn't get all burnt out.
Oh, and that goes on to the second fight, which
no.
we see is the Baron Guards.
Berenstein Bears.
They are alerted by the sound of the clapping of your
Oh.
ass cheeks.
they made Yang tiny.
Yeah, they did.
Oh no.
So they're... A weird thing is that they're actually mage-type enemies for some reason.
Hmm.
Yeah, that makes sense. That doesn't buy as much sense as anything else.
They also share some things in common with the Baron soldiers that we fought in the Antland Cave. If you remember.
Wow. They have packed quite a punch.
So like, other than like the obvious, what's What does the piggy do? The piggy status.
Piggy, it turns you into a pig, which I think you noticed. Piggies can't use magic. Except for the spell Piggy, which is a black magic spell. But you can still fight. You can still attack.
Oh.
And people actually have found a use for Piggy. Like, to help them, casting it on themselves. And if we get to that point, I'll explain it. But basically, Piggy kills, or it really affects mages, and Mini really affects fighters because they won't do any damage physically, but a minied mage can still cast.
I think we just learned also on Echo's screen that these guys don't have the boss bit.
They do not.
I forgot that was a thing that you had to keep in mind before I used it, so...
You used it.
We're like, whatever. Let me use my most powerful summon and just like, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, so... What are you thinking character-wise, Echo?
Yang.
No!
Get your ass.
Yang.
I swear
I would get
to
rid
God.
of the second Yang, who is, so you don't have to re-equip whoever has worse equipment, which is probably the further Yang down the line.
Mm-hmm.
Or pick whatever one looks not as cool and get rid of them.
Oh, that's a pretty Rosa palette.
They're all pretty.
Wow.
The overworld... the overworld mini sprite is so funny.
So stupid.
And Tomato's finishing up this fight. In the meantime, be sure... Do you remember what item you got?
Yeah, the
Magma key.
magma key, baby.
Yeah, baby. And if you track it, you'll see a bunch of pink checks show up on your tracker.
Huh. Underworld, huh?
Yeah.
Must be nice.
Okay. So we've got the magma key. Oh, I should explain Rosa.
Yeah.
Rosa, I think Rosa is a great character. She is a white mage / archer. She is considerably more durable than Porum, especially later in the game. She does not have the same access to utility spells like Exit or Berserk that Porum gets early. But her other assets, I tend to find make up for that. She also has an aim ability, which adds accuracy to her bow firing.
I am going to equip her with the Artemis bow.
Yeah. So to do a little party management, if you want my suggestion, I would give Rosa the Artemis bow, the heroine robe, a ninja hat, and make her your new anchor.
Yep.
A weird thing with Rosa in the middle, aim will actually sometimes cause an accuracy underflow and cause you to miss more. So when you have Rosa in the middle, you just want to use her normal attack unless it's a boss like Antlion or Ruby who will counter your normal attack, because aim gets around that by being a special command.
So wait, should
Does that make sense?
Yeah, but should I don't I don't want her as middle then, because we have Porum as an anchor right now, and the aim thing.
The aim thing, she's a better archer.
Yeah.
She is going to, how do I explain this? I think that her agi is better or will end up being better. That's my preference. Do what you want, but I would load her up with Artemis bow, heroine robe, and ninja hat.
Yeah.
And put her in the middle to clear this overworld. But if you don't want to do that, I'm interested. That's not how I did it, so I'm interested how this will work.
Yeah, I'll try it out. I'll see what's going on.
I would give Sid the Zeus gauntlet.
Yeah.
Maybe your samurai bow as a throwaway. Or not a throwaway,
I gave it
since
to
it's
Porum.
not your top bow anymore. Your black belt and a ninja hat if he's your second attacker. And everyone else is kind of meh.
Yep.
Whatever. And my order would be Rydia, from top to bottom, would be Rydia, Sid, Rosa, Yang, Porum. But if you're doing something differently than I did, adapt it however you want. And this kind of leads well into my next point. We have underground access, which is, it's a lot of checks. It's probably where we need to go. But there are much stronger enemies in the underworld. So I don't know if we're ready for it. You might not feel like you're ready for it. And I think a good way to find out is if you guys do ordeals. In the original game, Mountain Ordeals is a trial and a test of strength and friendship.
Jesus.
At least I think so, because I've never played it.
Yeah, I don't think. I'm kidding.
So
It is,
today ordeals will be your trial.
This is also
And our test of friendship.
coincidentally, this may be a great place to stop because it's
after
right
this.
before. Yeah. Sure.
I'm gonna give you 3 or 4 hints, but then I'm gonna stop talking, and you guys can talk among yourselves if you
Scared.
want. First hint: there's a character there. That character will unlock an in-battle ability that you might want to try out. Maybe not, but I suggest taking that character and maybe ditching Yang for that character. Make up your own mind. Follow your heart.
Oh my god, there's nothing more that I want to do than ditch Yang.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The
There are
best
3.
character?
Wait, is this the boy version or the girl? Oh, Palom and Porum. Okay, cool.
Yeah, the way you can tell the difference between Palom and Porum. Porum is the white mage. Palom is a black mage. Porum has an R in her name.
Jesus.
She's actually right-handed, whereas Palom is left-handed. And right, for me, right rhymes with white, and black has
Attack.
an L in it, like
Oh.
Palom.
This is literally the worst explanation I've ever heard of anybody
Yeah, exactly.
doing anything.
So your second hint is that there are going to be 3 boss spots and a save point at the Summon of Ordeals. The second spot is always a back attack.
Yeah.
And you are fully healed before and after the 3rd boss, which grants no experience points. So good luck. I will answer questions if you really need them, but I want to see what you guys can do.
Okay. I'm just gonna go do whatever I think is right. So I'm not gonna do anything actually. I'm just gonna give up now.
Goodbye, Yang.
Goodbye, Yang. R.I.P.
That's how I felt.
Is there anything we should equip to this fella?
We do Rosa. Well, I don't know. Let's. Oh, he wanted us to talk amongst ourselves so that we get
Yeah,
experience talking. Which fellow? The poor
the new boy.
New boy.
Yeah.
Magic boy. I don't know. Let's. I'm equipping Rosa with lit arrows first and the Artemis bow because she had like
Lit.
iron arrows. Come on, please.
Oh, right.
And Porum had. I'm just gonna give Porum iron arrows because screw it. And then all right, let's see. Palom. He's got a rod. We have some pretty good stuff. Well, okay. So he is. What's his magic type? L is for black. He doesn't really have a whole lot of black magic going on, so maybe he would be a good attacker. Secretly, I also know that they have a thing called Twin. That is a twin attack, which is kind of neat.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. At this point, I am not super sure, and I don't have any other weapons, so I'm going to put a mute on him, and then just look for my best things. Maybe ninja, and do I have anything else? Just leathers. And that's all I have for him, so, you know, suck it. Let me sort.
So, if I equip... Oh, never mind. I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing.
No, it's all good. Yeah, I don't know. Let's try it out.
Welcome to Inventory Management, the game.
Yeah, it really is a lot of inventory management. It's a lot of item selling. I'll wait for you guys if you want, and we'll look at.
No,
what the
that's
boss is.
okay. You don't have to.
All right, well I'll try because I'll probably die anyway.
Oh.
Yeah, it's sad but it's true. All right,
Have a little thing.
I'm scared, guys. I'm spooked. I'm spooked. Oh no, it's
Oh.
okay. So let me look up real fast what his affiliation is. Mylon. FF2 or FF4FE. I don't know. Is there a good boss, specifically, I guess, for Rascal here? Is there a good boss thing in the guides? I think there's only one that I know of, and it's like just a big list of like scripts.
They're kind of two. I don't think any of them include all of the details that you want.
That's
Like
right.
some will include weakness, like elemental, but they won't include type alignment.
Gotta hate it.
And the other one like says what type it is, and then just is like bullshit, and like expects you to know everything about the game, like the newbie guide, the FE newbie guide. If you put them together, sometimes it works. I can look for the boss page that I like. But I don't think our protagonists had the internet when they first climbed ordeals, though, did they?
No, they did.
All they had was each other.
Shut up. Yeah, that is fair. All right. So what are we thinking here? This guy's probably a zombie or something like that. I'm gonna try some.
I just found out ice will heal him.
Okay,
so
ice
don't do
heals him. All right, cool.
And he's not just smacking.
I'm gonna check out Earth. Earth Angel. He probably has the boss flag because he is a boss in real lives.
Right.
I wonder if I don't know what to do with her. What does Sight do?
Okay, lightning works.
He's too
Sight
fire and
doesn't do
holy.
anything.
I don't holy right now.
I'm gonna try Twin and see what happens there. Flare. It's pretty good, 680. So I'm gonna aim again with Rosa. And I'm gonna do Earth again. Oh, we got him. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Callum gained 5 levels. Learned Piggy.
Oh, hell yeah. Well, as long
Hell
as this
yeah.
next boss isn't too terribly hard, then we should be totally fine.
I'm just gonna save.
All right. So, as long as
Oh.
as long as the Mega Nuke guy is yeah, so he does Mega Nuke. So we need to defend against that real quick. So we need to just use a few wall things. I don't remember who has wall, but we do have an item that casts wall, which is our Star Veil. So I'm gonna Star Veil as many people as I kind of want. I mean, they're kind of expensive, so maybe I shouldn't do everybody, especially people I don't intend to use for the whole fight. But I'll Star Veil some people who I think should just get stronger. All right, there we go. So I was able to do Rosa, but that's it. And then he dies usually after the Mega Nuke at this level.
Alright, so.
Yeah, you gotta do it fast.
Yeah, I didn't realize. That's okay.
It's wild.
I saved.
Rosa's like, yeah, okay. And now I'm spooked, so I'm going to go back to Endu's a cabin and do the last battle and probably save. So I kind of wasted one of the wall items there, but so it'll be.
Death animation is so slow.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Why would you say something so controversial and it's so brave? Alright. Hey, we got the old pan. That's nice to do. That's a really nice like this is almost like a Plando. Uh-oh.
Is there a fight in the...
Yes.
Or like when you... Okay.
Okay.
This is a totally random generated seed, just to clarify.
Yeah.
Uh,
Tomato, where are you going? Did you already beat this whole thing?
No, I'm using a cabin.
You can use a cabin on the save thing.
Oh.
Oh.
Sorry, guys.
Okay, so I used 3 of my
Mhm.
my life items.
That's right.
This is fine. We can buy more. We have money.
All right, I'm gonna try some stuff here, while I'm doing it. Maybe they're life guys. Who knows? Nope. Okay, life doesn't work on whatever these guys are. So don't try it.
I'm gonna try it.
Twin is pretty okay. Oh, okay. Earth is pretty okay, and they're not that hard. Okay. If you get these guys a little later, they're a lot more intimidating. Earth Angel, Earth Angel.
Oh.
Yeah, so I wanted to use life on them. I was like, oh, they're Skelly Boys. Oh, and yes, they're really easy. Okay. I'm glad we got them here, though. And I'm glad we got Wyvern here.
Yeah, when I played on the other seed that I did, I think the Mega Nuke flag was turned off.
Interesting.
So I didn't have to deal with that.
Yeah, there is a flag called Wyburn or Witchburn. And Witchburn will change the spell that Wyvern casts at the beginning of battle.
That's interesting.
And for somebody learning the game, it's very helpful, but I didn't give that to you.
Thank you. Okay, so that's that then, right?
Yep. We can just go up.
Wow, all you guys got through that.
It was an ordeal, but we got through with friendship.
Yeah.
The
And I'd say
power of
we all remembered some things.
Wherever
Just
we
like
are.
tell us.
Yeah, wherever we were.
So if you're playing and you had a Cecil, Cecil will turn from a Dark Knight to a Paladin, and a Paladin is much more usable, can use a ton more gear that's much better, just almost
so good.
better in every conceivable way.
Except for the...
Almost?
I mean, he can't not equip anything the way that Dark Cecil can. He isn't trash the way Dark Cecil is.
He doesn't have the character
Yeah, that's true.
Dark Cecil has. Dark Cecil has access to a or black sword if you don't have an instant death weapon. That's kind of nice sometimes,
kinda
but that's about the only redeeming thing I can think of.
All right.
I
think,
and if you have a Tella, he's a confused old man
I love him.
throughout the entire thing, really.
He's
But
sad
he
about
gets
his
a
dead
little.
daughter.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So
he has a
where we
daughter.
got Edward, that's where his daughter died.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
Anna, I believe his daughter is.
Yeah, Anna.
And he thinks that Edward killed him, killed his daughter. And he's
How
the
about
notable one who's like, "You spoony bard," which is where this spoon comes from.
Yeah.
I think this is a good time to kind of cut because the next thing we're gonna do, I'm gonna guess, is go down and do the Sylph's Cave.
Yeah. Well, we're done with the overworld. You guys cleared an entire overworld.
Wow. Guys, we did.
And this is a pretty difficult seed. This is not a beginner seed, not a beginner flag set. There are some things that are nice, but for the most part, this is a big boy, big girl, big non-binary pal
#great.
sort of seed.
I love it,
Oh,
and I'm into it. And you know what? I'm proud of all of us, except for Kaz. Kaz, get out of here. What are you doing?